Welcome back to Better Living. I'm your host, Nick Carissimi. We are finishing up our conversation about the Neuro Fitness Foundation with a member. Her name is Jane Mwangi. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, Nick, for having us.
Well, thank you. Let's talk about you real quick. Where are you from?
I'm from Kenya.
Okay.
That's in East Africa. Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so how did you end up all the way from East Africa in Dallas, Texas?
I was living my life back in Kenya, and I never imagined that I would be in America. Then one day, one fateful day, I got shot. I was attacked by robbers on my way from a church service. And as I was heading home, I was accosted by 3 robbers, and I got shot through the right side of my chest, and the bullet went through my thoracic spinal cord. And so that left me with a complete spinal cord injury. So as I was in the hospital back home, actually I was in a series of hospitals, just trying to get my life, trying to make sense of what had happened to me. Most of my friends and my family felt it best for us to look for a specialized unit where they deal with spinal cord injuries and rehabilitation. And that's when we started looking, into American hospitals. And we landed at the Baylor Institute for Rehabilitation. And, I started writing to them, emailing them. And, they were so positive. They were so interactive with me. And after a couple of, a series of months with us going back and forth, discussing my options, I ended up getting on a flight, and 22 hours later, I was in Dallas.
22-hour flight?
Yes.
How was that?
Oh. Let me just say, when you're a paraplegic and, you can't feel from the waist down, from the chest down, because that's how far my injury is, and you're on a plane, and, of course, my connecting flight from Dubai was only 16 hours. And the 16-hour flight from Dubai to Dallas, it's by the grace of God that, yes, I got here in one piece. But, I thank God that I did get here, and America has been nothing but kind to me since then.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 30 years old.
You were 30 years old?
Yes.
Okay, so you're 30 years old, you get shot by robbers,
yes,
and your spinal cord is severed.
Yes.
And here you are. Okay.
And here I am.
So how long were you in the hospital in Kenya?
In total, I was in hospital for, I'd say, 3 months.
Okay.
Yes.
And so it seems to me like your family just started Googling.
Yes, that's what they did. They just started Googling.
They just Googled good hospitals for spinal cords?
Yes. And I'm fortunate enough because my sister has been in America for the last 12 years. So she also helped a lot in
your sister was
identifying,
here?
Yes.
Okay.
Identifying a good rehabilitation facility for me.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So from Kenya, you just Googled good hospitals, and then you end up here in Dallas.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. So how long ago then was this?
My shooting incident happened May the 28th, 2015. So it's been 2 years. And I came to Dallas on March the 16th of 2016.
Wow.
Yes.
So
So I've been here roughly 1 year, 2 months.
You've been busy.
Quite busy.
You come all the way here on a grueling 22-hour flight,
Right.
and you go to Baylor,
Yes.
and you just start rehab, or were there other procedures that you went through?
Okay, I went through a series of tests. They do they do MRIs, they do blood work, and the spinal cord doctors basically tell you what they think. So when they looked at my case and the MRI, they said pretty much, because mine is a complete spinal cord injury, there's nothing much that they can do. All I have to do is just get into the rehab part of it and just give it my best, and just gain enough strength to just to get by every day. So
how was the rehab for you, and how long did that last at Baylor?
I was at Baylor for 1 month of inpatient. Then I started doing outpatient. And I stayed in outpatient for barely 4 months
Hmm.
before I decided, before I got to find out about the Neuro Fitness Foundation, and I've never looked back since.
Which is why we're here. We're talking about the Neuro Fitness Foundation. So
yes.
you're doing rehab here, and it's only a few months, and then all of a sudden it's over.
Yes.
So did somebody at Baylor tell you about Neuro Fitness Foundation?
Actually, my sister heard about it, and she mentioned it once at one time. Then one day we were at the outpatient at Baylor, and I ran into Paul, our president now, and he gave me the brochure for the Neuro Fitness Foundation, and he told me, come and check it out. Just come and check us out. Then I looked at the form, and once we got home, I asked my sister, isn't this the same place that you had told me about? She said, oh yeah, I'd already forgotten about it. Let's just apply and see, So we filled out the forms, and, I took it to my doctor, and, she filled out her part, and we took it back to the Neuro Fitness Foundation, and that's how I became a member.
Well, let's talk about when you kind of first showed up. Were you in what physical shape were you in? Maybe compared to now, because you were doing rehab stuff, but that doesn't mean that you were necessarily in all that great a shape. I
wasn't at all. I was very weak. I didn't have any sense of balance. I was just, and my mind was not in a good place. So when I walked into the doors of the Neuro Fitness Foundation, and of course Shelby, our lifesaver, he's always smiling and in high spirits. I mean, even if you walk through those doors feeling down and in the dumps, I mean, Shelby just lifts you up. And, he started talking to us about the place, and even just going in there. I think the first person that I saw is one young man called Josh Lionheart, and he's a true representation of what determination and, just pushing yourself despite the cards that life throws at you, So I looked at Josh, and he was on the motormed. The motormed is the bike, the motorized bike. And he was just walking it. And I was like, oh my goodness, look at that. I want to try that one. And so that first day just helped me to get a picture, an image in my mind of where I wanted to be. And I've been going there since then.
What was the first thing that you did there? What was the first exercise that you did? Because, it's going to take a lot of courage to just show up there.
Yes.
But then the next step is going to be actually doing something there. So I think that's probably even a bigger jump. So what was the first thing that you did?
The first thing was I got on the motormed, the motorized bike. Yeah.
Did it feel good to just be doing it?
Oh, yeah, it felt great. I mean, I had seen it before at Baylor, but at Baylor, it was put on a very slow motion, and I could only be on it for like 15 minutes because the other clients, So, but at the Neuro Fitness Foundation, you could be on it for as long as an hour, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what my legs need, and yeah.
Were you wrecked out after your first day?
No, I wasn't wiped at all. I mean, it's just I think the adrenaline rush and the fact that I had found this sanctuary of, a place where I could feel that I belong, a place where, the Neuro Fitness Foundation is a place where, you walk in feeling like, because the wheelchair, really, being on a wheelchair, it's a place of it's a very solitary and unsettling place. But once you find a sanctuary like the Neuro Fitness Foundation, it is turned into a place of purpose, of strength, and of transformation. And that's exactly what it does to so many of us. Oh, yeah.
Did it take a long time for you to start feeling that mental effect? Because you said when you got there that you weren't in a good place.
No, I wasn't.
But you also said that it was almost immediate that you recognized the transformative power mentally that this place was kind of delivering to everybody that was there. Absolutely. So did you jump into it quick, or did it take you a while to warm up?
I think it took me a couple of visits, and after a few visits, I started feeling like, wow, this feels. Just the camaraderie and the fact that people push you to being the best that you can possibly be, and they drive you to actually push yourself beyond what you thought was possible, because now your body is not what it used to be. But once you interact with people who are in the same journey as you, you get to feel, I can actually do this, and I've got this. This is not as hard as, it seemed before. So it didn't take me long.
How do you feel physically now? Because you said that when you were feeling weak. So are you where you want to be, or do you still have room to grow?
Oh, I still have a lot of room to grow, but right now I feel strong. I feel motivated. I feel that I can, take my life back. Because actually, the first thing that you gain back is your mental stability. I mean, the mind is a battlefield, and when something like this hits you, the battle is in the mind. And once your mind heals and your mind is in a good place, then the body just automatically falls into place. It just follows suit. And that's exactly what the Neuro Fitness Foundation does for you. First of all, it heals your mind, and you get to feel normal again. You get to feel like a human being again, because that's what an injury like this takes from you. You start feeling less than, and just being in a place where you can get all that back, oh, it's a gift. It's a gift.
Does it give you confidence outside of the gym? Because, I said, I noticed when I went in that I was the odd man out, and that I was the, stranger, and everybody knew each other, and it was just, it's its own thing there. You don't really understand the way that place runs until you step into it. And all you have to do is step into it, because you kind of automatically feel it. But once you leave that place, who knows how you could feel. So has it transformed your confidence in who you are, and, like you said, given you charge of your life again?
Oh, absolutely. Even my own sister tells me how how transformed I have become. The fact that I feel more girly now, and than I did a year before. I was nowadays I can actually put on nice clothes, and I can put on some lipstick and actually feel confident, and yeah.
Do you feel like you're in a place now mentally that is better than maybe before your accident happened?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
See, yeah. I think that people would have a hard time understanding that. Why would you say that?
I can say that, 110% that I'm in a place where my self-confidence is back. Just because I have control over, so many things. First of all, my body is much stronger than it was before. And I now understand myself better. Sitting on this wheelchair, there are so many things I didn't understand. I was groping in the dark. Like, I did not know what this meant. Or I did not, especially, there's so many things that come with, you not being able to move. And being in a place whereby other people are in the same journey as you are, and you can interact with them, and you can ask them questions unapologetically, and they give you positive feedback, and they tell you this is what you need to do, because some have been on this journey for longer than you have. So you get to learn a lot of things, and and the fact that you can actually work your body out, because the body needs to move. The body needs some form of physical activity for it to function at its, even if it can't function at its maximum level, at least on some level, regardless of whether you are a paraplegic or a quadriplegic, or even with, you suffered a stroke or, cerebral palsy. Regardless, you need that. And also the emotional support that you get at the Neuro Fitness Foundation, it is unmatched. It is so unmatched. So all that combined, is truly transformational.
Do you feel like you know your body now better than ever?
Oh, yes. 2 years ago when this happened to me, I did not know where to look. I mean, I was just lost. I was lost because you're able-bodied, you're doing you're in charge of everything. And now you have to depend on others to do things for you. You have to depend on a caregiver. I mean, it's all so, it's too much all at once, and it's something that you have no control over. Something like this just comes and it hits you, and you need a lot of emotional support. You need to find yourself again. And I'm glad that I found myself again. And I'm at a place right now where I'm on the right track, towards recovery. I'm just truly, truly grateful.
Are you staying here because of the Neuro Fitness Foundation? Have you made Dallas your home because of the gym?
Absolutely. Yes. Apart from the gym, really, The gym is everything. Every day I walk in through those doors, I feel this is my home. Yeah.
So how Texas are you becoming? Is it taking over you some?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I got me some boots and,
So you sound like you're all set then.
I'm all set. I love Texas.